There's a sister by the name of Dana Chanel. Now, she is the creator of an app called Sprinkle of Jesus. Now, you remember back in a few weeks ago now, I guess, they had inmates at a facility out in Brooklyn. There was a Metropolitan Detention Center, and they were left without power or heat, and temperatures were falling below zero. So what the inmates was doing, they was, making noise until the people got their attention, and then they was telling people they had no power, they was in the cold, and you don't treat no one like that. That's just wrong, 100% wrong. When the people got out there, they started protesting, they demanded, they get some heat, some power, and they end up getting it actually. Well, this sister stated that, of course, everything that she saw happen was definitely wrong to the inmates, but what she wanted to do as a solution, okay, her solution is that black people start owning private prisons. She said that black people need to own private prisons because that way they would ensure them to be treated fairly. Okay. So basically they'll be equivalent to black people need to own plantations because they'll treat their slaves fairly. Like they won't beat their slaves and they won't rape their slaves. They'll still be slaves, but we won't be like harsh. We'll treat them right. That's what we'll do. And then she broke down the total cost of it all. She said that she did her research, and she said to open up a prison is $80,000 per bed. 80,000 times 100 beds is $8 million. She said she no legal expert but entrepreneur, and she knows how money works. She said she need 800 black celebrities to put up 10,000. She said she'll be the first to pledge 15,000. That's how much I care. Okay. No. No. Come on now. I thought you read the Bible. You got a picture on here with you in the Bible. Show me in the Bible where it says anything about mass incarcerating people. I haven't read that in the Bible. So that's where you just wrong all the way around. Now, you want to make money off of poor black people, most of your brothers that's being hauled off into jail are being hauled off into jail for non-violent offenses. So you want to be no different than your counterpart who's making money off of this. You want to be okay with black men doing labor in jail, but you own it, or you and some other black celebrities own it, so you're not going to treat them as bad as they would be treated in the other ones. Why don't you create programs? Why don't you create a way for black businesses to get some loans to you guys, some grants, something to that effect that can help elevate the black community? Because the majority of the issues we have a lot about young brothers. And when I watched that episode with Killer Mike, when he was talking about the Cripa-Cola, when he went to those young brothers and he said, hey, if I can come up with a way you brothers can make some money legally, you ain't got to be out here doing this, would you want to do it? All them brothers said, yeah, I want to do it. That response right there tells you that the majority of these dudes are street dudes. If you can give them a job making what they're making, on the street or more, they will stop that immediately. Okay? So with that being said, most of the brothers not out here want to do that. Some brothers out here doing it because the system have them so screwed up. They got in trouble at one point in time. They can't even get a job, some of them, because the way the system got them screwed up. Like, this country is so screwed up how they treat people that go to jail. I mean, how is it they supposed to turn their life around? They can't get a job. That's like an essential thing that everyone needs is a job. And some people aren't entrepreneurs. Some people are. So people who aren't entrepreneurs, which is fine, because when you create these businesses, you need people to work for you. So it all works out hand in hand together. But instead of want to build a private prison, why don't you get these people to join with you to help these brothers get off the streets? Create some jobs. Why don't you take the $8 million and create a big business where you can hire, 300 to 500 brothers out of the communities. You want to get them off the streets or whatever. But see, you're not thinking like that. You're thinking no different than the oppressor. And you're sitting up there reading that Bible. Like, do you have a picture of white Jesus in your house, sis? I'm just curious. I'm asking a question. because, you know, white Jesus is okay with oppressing people because that's an idol. That's not the real Jesus. My thing is, people told her, and they went in on her. You know, one sister by the name of Zele Amane, she told her black-owned prisons is not revolution, sis. You know what I mean? That's one person. I mean, they was going in on her, and rightfully so. Now, I'm not saying to hate her or do whatever, but the community has to check that sister on that thought process. Look, I'm all for entrepreneurship. I'm all for it. But I will not be a part of any kind of entrepreneurship that I know going in that's going to hurt our people. No. Black people shouldn't be investing in no private prisons. I'm talking about on the stock market or anything. Now, black folks is despicable. They don't care about that. They'll do it. I mean, we got them kind of black folk. But if we know for sure that what I'm about to do is going to harm the community, no, we should completely stay away from it. Completely stay away from it. So, sis, you need to go holler at the real Jesus, the black one, and ask him for forgiveness on that one. Like I said, we don't hate you. We don't hate you at all. We don't hate your husband or nothing like that. But yeah, you can't do that. No, we don't need no private prisons. What we need is, do you hear any other group talking about private prisons for their people? Think about that. I don't hear the Asians talking about, let's build some private prisons. You don't hear them saying that. What Asians trying to do? Build the next Chinatown. Why don't you take that money and build an Africa town or something? You know, rebuild Black Wall Street. You can do a whole lot good, and people probably build a statue to you if you recreate Black Wall Street. Trust me, if somebody do it, they would love it. But we don't need to be locking people up like that and want to take ownership in our oppression. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think about this particular story with this sister. Like I said, I checked out her Instagram, and her Instagram up there, she's stunting and everything for the gram here and there, and it's amazing how people do that. They'll take a car. I think she had one post, she had got a Maserati Ghibli. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, if you know anything about buying cars, you can get one of them in Houston, and I could stunt from the gram if I wanted to with that price of those type of cars. But, you know, I mean, it is what it is, but it's just, like I say, we have to, you know, think a little bit more than that. Like, the oppression of black people is not nothing we want to make money off of.